Hey guys, she's back. Okay, just 1 second. Let me just log into my phone here so I can see the chat room. Hi guys, hi. How is everyone? Say hi in the chat box. So everyone say hi in the chat box, say hi in the chat room. I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to get in. I know I didn't make an announcement that was going live today, so hold on. I think this is loud enough. Okay, so today I wanted to discuss a couple of topics. Unfortunately, most of the things that I wanted to talk about, I didn't write down and I forgot. Typical of me, right? So one of the things I want to talk about is movie night. So I want us to do a movie night. And I was like, Friday would be the best day to do it, like a movie night. And what I'm going to do is in like the community, I'm going to post a movie that I want us all to look at. I'm going to leave the date, time we're going to look at the movie. And I only do like really old black and white movies. So if you like black and white movies, join us. We're going to do a movie night. Because I always try to channel like um about me giving you information or this and that, but it's like really like a community of people who's like, like interacting and chilling. So what I'm gonna do in the community page, I'm gonna post the movie. It's gonna be an old black and white movie. I'm gonna post the date that we're gonna watch the movie and the time. And then I'm gonna go to the movie before we watch the movie, and I'm gonna leave in the comment section, I'm gonna leave a comment. Okay. So everyone who's watching my live right now, say hi in the chat room so we can get the conversation going. Say hi. I said hi in the chat room. So let's start the conversation and get the conversation going. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to come in. So I found a great movie for us to watch, but I watched the movie. It's a really good movie. And I'm like, shucks, this would have been a great movie for movie night, but I watched the movie. And I'm like, but it's really interesting, this movie. It's really interesting. So I'm really thinking about like watching it with you guys and getting feedback on like what everyone thinks about this movie and stuff like that. I think it'd be really great. No one's saying hi in the chat room. What's going on? Okay, so something I wanted to speak about, which was really interesting, was, and I think this is YouTube that's doing this, right? Something that I wanted to speak about was YouTube is banning or it's censoring, like when you type in a certain title and they don't like the title, they're banning and they're censoring the title. And you can't put certain titles anymore. Like, you can't put in a title, Lizards Run the World anymore. I'm like, what? Yeah. So you can't even put in like titles that you want to put in anymore. YouTube is censoring that. They're censoring people's page left and right. They're censoring comments left and right. They're censoring that, hiding comments, censoring comments. And another thing that I noticed too, a lot of pages that I go to, like that are not mainstream pages, a lot of pages that I go through, when you load the video is taking forever to load. Like you're literally like sitting there waiting for the video to load, and it's just like, and I just foresee that people that are they're just gonna leave YouTube, because YouTube is supposed to be like a channel, it's not television. It's not television. And people want to go there to hear alternative perspectives on the world, alternative views, alternative, no matter how wacky and crazy and wrong and right, whether they're wrong, whether they're right, people just want alternative. And I think all of this really started with like Alex Jones. And I'm not saying Alex Jones is a government agent. I'm not saying any of those things. What I'm saying is, since they cracked down on Alex Jones, I mean, it's been going on long before, but since they cracked down and they came after Alex Jones, they literally started cracking down on everything and everyone, you know, like literally, you know. Hey, Big Dreams, thanks for saying hi. Let me say hi back, hold on. Right? So it's kind of like ever since that happened, so they literally started like cracking down on like, you know, anything that's alternative, anything that's not like mainstream. And another thing too that I noticed, like I would watch my viewers and my viewers would literally go from like 10, why isn't my page over 3,000 people now? Okay, I should have at least 10,000 subscribers by now. And it's like, okay, YouTube. And then like I would watch like my content, like my viewers, and my viewers would literally go from like 20 people down to 5 people in like a split second. And I'm like, are they bumping people off my channel? And then the other thing that they started doing is they literally started glitching my videos. So I'm like, these YouTube tactics, what's going to happen is people are just going to start abandoning YouTube. They're going to build their own platforms. They're going to decentralize this whole video content industry. Someone is going to be smart enough, decentralize it to the point where they can, like, you know how websites are, where you can have all of this integrated into your own website and you don't have to go to YouTube. And all you got to do is just jump from website to website to website to website. You know, you just go from website and you just watch the content and just jump from website to website to website. Because YouTube is becoming so draconian, and it's like YouTube was so much better before Google bought them. Really, they were so much better before Google bought them. You know, so it's kind of like, and they're really, really glitching my videos. Like really, I wanted to talk about some topics today, and unfortunately, I forgot what the hell I wanted to talk about. I totally forgot what I wanted to talk about. Hold on. So I'm not doing any personal readings today because I'm still drained from that the last time. I'm still really drained, but I wanted to talk about like 2019 and what 2019 holds. And I think 2019 is an interesting year because the last number in 2019 is 9, and 9 is a really, really, really interesting year. The first thing, 2019 is a really interesting year for Blacks who are descendants of slaves. Because 2019, and let me find the date, 2019 in the United States, worldwide, 2019 marks the 400-year anniversary of slavery. I think it was 1619 that slavery started. I think it was 1619. 1619, that's right. That's in the United States, right? So 2019 for Blacks, descendants of slaves, marks the 400th year anniversary of slavery. That is a major, major transition for Blacks. Okay, I'm going to go into a lot of things tonight. Major transition for Blacks in the Americas. Okay, where we have 1619 as the year of slavery. And why is this?
Everyone has a holiday thing that you...
That's too loud. And why is that important? Okay, why is the year 1619 important when you're going into 2019? That's 400 years. Okay, so that is not just a number. Okay, I'm going to be speaking to a whole bunch of different groups, so you're going to probably hear something that relates to you. Why is that an important year? Because it marks 400 years of the institution of slavery. Okay, there's a lot of transition that's going to come for Blacks in the United States, and one of the main transitions that's going to come as a result of it is many Blacks are very disenfranchised with the West, and they are just like, you know what? I'm just telling you how it is. It is very disenfranchised with the West, and they're very much like, you know what? We'll never get justice in this land. We're leaving. We don't even care at this point. You will never respect us. You'll never do good by us. We're just leaving. And that's something that's really going to ramp up after 2019. It's already beginning now. It's already beginning now. And it's something that is really, really, really going to ramp up. Whether they go back to the Caribbean or they move out of America or they move back to Africa, that's a major, 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 major issue. And many racist people are going to be like, yes, we're happy to get them out. But I'm telling you, not the governments, not the Western governments, not the governments. The racists are going to be like, yes, fine, get out, we don't want you. But believe me, in upper level corridors of the decision makers, they're not going to like a massive exodus of Black people leaving. It's not necessary that they're going to treat Black people well living in the United States. No, they like the status quo, but they don't necessarily want them to leave. So that's something you're going to be seeing more of in 2019. Okay? Hi, Anne. Hi, Big Dreams. Hi, Donovan. Okay, so that's the issue with Black people. So you're going to be watching that for 2019. 2019, transitioning for Caucasians. It's already happening, but going into 2019, it's a lot of upheaval in Caucasian countries, okay, particularly like Europe, okay? Europe will literally come this close in 2019 going to war. This is not funny. Like literally, like this close in 2019 going into war, okay? And you have issues like the economic side, and you have issues like in terms of threat. And the type of war is because Europe wants to hold on to the power structure that they've held for 2,000 years. Okay, so we're going into 2019 with war literally on the doorstep of Europe. Okay, seriously. And not just war, you have things like upheavals where people literally want to get their governments out because they're like, what the hell are you guys doing? Okay? They don't necessarily want to change the system in other countries that's causing the disruption in their countries. Okay? And I think that it's wiser for Europeans to say, look, get your hands off these so-called third world countries. Like, tell your government leaders, get your hands out of these third world countries. Stop forming and causing wars and destabilization in their countries that's causing them to migrate here. They're not necessarily going to tell their governments that. They're just going to be like, it's a lot of upheavals. Caucasian European countries are going to go through a lot of upheavals. Okay, and they're literally going to come this close to war in 2019. Matter of fact, they're literally going to come this close at the end of this year before they be transition. Okay, and what you're seeing now is you're seeing like the sides are taking place. There's literally a lot of movement where China is accusing the US of literally like, hey, listen, get out of our waters. Okay, so sides are being drawn up already. But in terms of Caucasian countries, there's going to be a lot of upheavals in these countries, in Caucasian-run countries, which is going to spread. The United States, American people, they don't riot for anything political in the street. They just don't. The last time they did that, that was for the Wall Street bankers. And after they zapped them with technology and threw them in jail, and then targeted some of them off the face of the earth and threw them into mental institutions, they haven't rioted since. You're going to see things like European controlled countries like South America, countries in South America. You're going to see the same thing there. So war is going to come very close to the European doorstep. Okay, what you're going to have on the black side in the Americas is, we've had it. We're never going to get justice. We're just sick and tired of you. We're never going to get justice. We're leaving. I'm just telling you the facts. 2019 and then 2020 is going to be worse, because that's 2 2s and 2 zeros. Okay, 2019 is the cusp of the whole age changing. Okay, so 2019, and then you're going to 2 2s and 2 zeros, 2 0, 2 0. Okay, this is 2019. So that's what you're going to see in terms of Caucasian countries, and in terms of blacks in the descendants of slaves in the Americas. Okay, you're going to see a lot of them either going back to their islands, or literally like, screw it, I'm just done with this, I'm out of here, and they're just going to go like start a whole new life on the African continent. But I'm going to say this again, a lot of races are going to be like, yes, get out. But a lot of people in positions of power are going to be like, no. And they will follow them. I'm just telling you what it is. Okay? So that's some of the things that I foresee in terms of like color relations, color-coded relations, going into 2019. I mean, some of the other things going on in terms of religion, you're just going to see more and more and more just the truth of what's going on in religion. I'll just leave it like that. I don't really need to tell you, but you're just going to see the real truth of the belly of the beast that's going on, in religion. That's not really a prediction. This is stuff it's just going to come out. In terms of politics, left wing, right wing of the same damn bird. However, in terms of things like, I'll speak this one in code. Okay. You're going to have to decipher this code yourself. Okay. The burning bush. Okay. The burning bush, before the bush began to be burned, the burning bush made plans to stop the sound of the trumpet. Figure that out yourself. I'll say it again. Before the bush began to be burned, if you don't understand how to interpret parables, good luck. But I'm speaking to you in parabolic language. You're going to have to figure this out. With all the censorship going on YouTube, you're going to have to figure this one out. Before the bush began to be burned, it made plans to stop the trumpet. Got it? Got it? Before the bush began to be burned, it made plans to stop the trumpet. Does anyone get it? Does anyone get that? Right? So that's something you have to pay. That's something you really have to pay attention to, because the trumpet, it's very loud. It's very disruptive. Yes, a lot of it is political theater, but an element of it is not. And the burning bush made a lot of plans before the bush was burned to bring us into the chaos age that we're in. and the collapse that we're in. But the trumpet is trying to undo a lot of the work that the burning bush put into place. The burning bush, before the bush began to be burned, put plans in motion to put a stop to the trumpet sound. Figure that one out. Right? Does anyone get where I'm going with this? Does anyone get where I'm going with this? Okay, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's some of the things that's going on. Another one is CERN. Okay, so there's been reports, guys, get this. There's been reports that, let me show you something. Let me show you an article. Let me show you an article that you will find really interesting. Okay. Okay, so the Japanese I think it was the Japanese, last year lifted the ban on killer robots. And the UN was like, what the hell are you doing? Okay? And this prompted the UN to say, look, we have to put a stop to this. We can't have killer robots. What the hell is wrong with you people? Okay? All right? So, in the undercover news, and you're not going to hear stuff like this in the mainstream. I don't want to leave the article up because this is going to start like playing. I don't want it to play. Okay, so let's look at this here. An artificial intelligence expert has called for countries to ban so-called killer robots before activists against them become a reality. The campaign to stop killer robots recently released a short film with frightening efficiency while people struggle to work out how to combat them. A UN panel discussed the issue last week, but next plans to meet next year. Why am I telling you this? The Japanese lifted the ban. It was either Japan or South Korea. Let me see if it's Japan or South Korea. I might be wrong. It might be South Korea. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if it's South Korea. Ah, yes, it was South Korea. I made a mistake. South Korea lifted the ban on killer AI robots. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, meaning that they were going to start producing killer AI robots. Leading AI experts have boycotted a South Korean university over a partnership with weapons manufacturer Hanwha Systems. More than 50 AI researchers from 30 countries signed a letter expressing concern about its plan to develop artificial intelligence for weapons. In response, the university said it would not be developing autonomous lethal weapons. The boycott came ahead of a UN meeting to discuss killer robots. Shin Sung-chul, president of Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, KAIST, said, I reaffirm once again that KAIST will not conduct any research activities counter to human dignity, including autonomous weapons lacking meaningful human control. KAIST is significantly aware of ethical concerns in the application of all technologies, including artificial intelligence. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this. It came out. I want you to listen to this.
On Saturday, August 26, 2017, not very long ago, I received a phone call from a whistleblower in the intel world I've known for about a year and a half. He is an honorably discharged Marine, but he continues to work on contracts with the CIA, NSA, DIA agencies. I always keep notebooks all over my office, in my house, in the car, everywhere, so I can write down when I have a phone call that I can't record or I'm not in my studio to record. And so I wrote down this almost word for word. He told me, quote, "At a top robotics company in Japan this week, 4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. I didn't know there was any other kind. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the 3rd, but the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before." And this next sentence, this is a quote. I'm writing this down. I've been doing this for years. "This is serious shit, Linda, but you're never going to hear about this in the news. The robotics company has too much to lose, and governments want IA robot soldiers." Close quote.
Okay. Weren't we warning them about this? Weren't we warning them about this? Allegedly, some Japanese scientists were working on making Terminator robots using artificial intelligence. And the robots began killing the scientists because it's AI. Those of you who have implants inside of you, we know about how the AI operates. Why the hell would you put this in a robot? Haven't we been telling you this shit? Like, haven't we been telling you that the AI is lawless? That you can't control it? It gets better. When you combine what they're building with this knowledge, hold on, it gets better. What is Swarm AI? What is Swarm AI? And look, there is Swarm of autonomous robots. Let's look at Swarm AI. Ah, they never learn. Hold on, there was a good one from Harvard University. Was it Harvard University or Harvard Business Review? Let's see. No, it's Harvard University. Okay. Nope. Okay, no. Let's go back to Swarm AI. Stanford, South by Southwest. Okay, so let's look at Swarm AI. Okay, hold on. I don't want to accept these cookies. I'm trying to get it here. They pulled it off. There was an article here that I could read and explain it to you, but I think they pulled it down because I did another video on this, telling you what Swarm AI was. Look at this. AI powered hive mind diagnosis world series and suitable pneumonia. Okay, but correctly predicted the Oscar, meaning with Swarm AI, which is different. Okay, this is who your perp are. Emmy, that's what happens. Hold on, I'm trying to get this to, for some reason it's slowing down. What is Swarm AI? Okay. It all goes back to the birds and the bees, fish too, even ants. It goes to the great many organisms that amplify their group intelligence by forming flocks, schools, shoals, colonies, and swarms. This is what your perps are under. Oh, they're garbling it? Unbelievable. Let me read it again. What is Swarm AI? It all goes back to the birds and the bees, fish too, even ants. It goes to the great many organisms that amplify their group intelligence, meaning forming flocks, colonies, and swarms, meaning an individual can have this much intelligence acting on its own. But when you multiply that intelligence and the intelligence works as a hive collective, like your perps, it creates a greater intelligence. And they're able to affect a greater amount of people and have a longer lasting effect. Across countless, nature shows us that social creatures, when as unified systems, can outperform the vast majority of individuals solving problems. And they're not using problems like we know it. We're the problem to them and making decisions. And the decisions they're making is not to our benefit. They're garbling, of course, they're garbling it again. Can you hear me at all? That's YouTube for you. That's YouTube. That is YouTube. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good. What about us humans? We didn't evolve the natural ability to form a swarm intelligence, for we lack the subtle connections that other species use to establish tight feedback loop among members. Fish detect tremors in the water around them. Bees use high speed vibrations to detect moving through the flow. With networking techniques, we humans can connect with each other from anywhere in the world. We just need the right technology to turn those connections into real-time systems with closed loop feedback among members. That's where Swarm AI technology comes in. And what those scientists experience is what we've been warning them about. Wow, they're really messing with this video. They're really messing with my videos. That's YouTube. I just have to stop using YouTube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to making the videos and then uploading the videos, because YouTube, I'm going to be leaving YouTube because they suck. You know, YouTube, they suck. Anyway, that's where Swarm AI technology comes in, and millions of people are going to be dumping them like a. They suck. They should have never sold YouTube. Anyway, that's where Swarm AI technology comes in. It provides the interfaces and guess what? AI algorithms to enable human swarms. Human swarms. Okay? Human swarms. Human swarms. Think about that. Human swarms. Now I'm going to keep going. Screw YouTube. YouTube, they suck. It's all right because I already see the downfall. People are going to be leaving them in droves. From predicting sports and financial trends to assessing the effectiveness of advertisements, this is all the nice stuff they tell you. Human swarms. But how were they testing those human swarms? They're telling you, oh, look at the wonderful thing that human swarms using AI technology can do. You can predict sports and financial trends and advertisements and movie trailers. What they don't tell you is that where they got this testing from was from perps. Who they tested it on was perps, terrorizing innocent people, minding their own business. And that's how they collected the data about Swarm AI. Trolls, online trolls, those are human swarms. No, I'm gonna keep the videos live. Can you hear anything? Okay. Before they let the public know about Swarm AI technology, they have to test it. Who do you think they were testing this on? These are your perps. This is the technology they're under. This is why they act like a pack. These are your trolls. This is the technology. It's the Hive Mind Collective, but it's Swarm AI intelligence. These are your trolls. They have to test these things before they disclose it to the public. And they test it in a good way and they test it in a bad way. These are your perps. This is what they're under. AI Swarm Intelligence. This is your Swarm interface, your AI engine. I'm not going to play this video. Okay? But what about the technology? Unanimous AI has developed a sophisticated distributed architecture, listen to this, that enables groups of people at locations all around the world to log to our Swarm platform and participate as part of a real-time closed-loop intelligence moderated by AI algorithm. The system, which includes our web-based clients for desktop and mobile computers, a cloud-based blah, 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 blah. The point is, before it became a business application, who did they use to test human AI Swarm intelligence? You want me to tell you who they tested? Your perps who stalk you every day, and the perps who used to go after your TIs. And you got to remember, this technology is 50 years in the future. Okay? It's called Swarm AI. Yes, they have to be able, let me write it down. They have to be able to test this before they make it a marketable product. What humans did they use to test Swarm AI? What? Do you think there'll be a human who would sign up for something like this? These are your perps. These are your perps. Okay, and this article, I don't want to download it. Most research into swarm intelligence explores swarms of autonomous robots. Do you know autonomous robots? Do you know what autonomous means? Means they can think for themselves. Do you really want robots thinking for themselves? These people are crazy. These are your perps. These are your perps. But where are they headed? Micro drones, killer arms, robots, autonomous. Killer robot alert shows AI carry out mass murder without human. We don't have much time to ban killer robots. This is CNN. They're going to say this is conspiracy. This is CNN. Killer robots? These people are crazy. But interestingly enough, 27 of the scientists were murdered by these killer robots. AI, this was 12 hours ago, Daily Star. AI News, robots can develop moral code, yeah, right, to defy orders. Right. Chinese robot this is a good one. Chinese robot stabs factory worker in horror. AI malfunction, unbelievable. This one was 4 hours ago. Daily Star. Okay, maybe Daily, I'm not sure Daily Star. This probably Gossip Rag. Okay, there's someone here who looked like he had a stab wound. I don't want to accept cookies. To hell with this. Let's see if I can close this here. I'm not accepting cookies. Oh, I'm not accepting their cookies, so no. Chinese robot stabs factory worker in horror AI malfunction. Let's see if I can copy the title. Curbing killer robots and other misuses of AI. China's brightest children are being recruited, to develop AI killer bots. Why children? You know why children? Because they won't have the restrictions of an adult who can say, this is morally wrong. A group of some of China's smartest students have been recruited straight from high school to begin training as the world's youngest AI engineers, probably, to develop killer bots, killer robots. Beijing Institute of Technology recruits 31 patriotic youngsters for new AI weapons development program. Expert in international science policy describes course as extremely powerful and troubling. The Chinese, who have killed over 400 million children in abortion and 100 million so that China can be communist, that's 500 million people they killed in less than 100 years. You really want the Chinese with killer robots? This world is crazy. A group of some of China's smartest students have been recruited straight from high school, whoopee, to begin training as the world's youngest AI weapons scientists. The 27 boys and 4 girls, all aged 18 and under, Oh, how lovely. Under 18 was selected for the 4-year experimental program. I told you guys. Who do you think they recruit to test this shit on? Humans. Experimental program for intelligent weapons systems at the Beijing Institute of Technology. Bit. Oh, they're gonna get bitten, all right. For more than 5,000 candidates, the school said on its website. The BIT is one of the country's top weapons research institutes, and the launch of the new program is evidence of the weight it places on the development of AI technology for military use. China is in competition with the United States and other nations in a race to develop deadly AI applications. Oh, they're going to be in for one surprise about this artificial intelligence. Each student will be mentored by 2 senior weapons scientists, one from an academic background and the other from the defense industry, according to the program's brochure. Now, this is the same China. This is the same China that's building a canal in Nicaragua, bought up all the Caribbean, bought Guyana in South America for, I think, $5 billion. Or the African countries, who don't have a standing military, okay, that the African countries owe hundreds of billions of dollars to. This is what the Chinese are working on. Okay? Okay? I mean, America too. America too. It seems like they are phasing out. Let's see something. Chinese robot stabs factory worker in horror AI malfunction. Let's see if I find it here. That's a Daily Star. Maybe that's a rag, a gossip magazine. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, yep. I think it's true. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, I thought it was gossip. Okay, a 49-year-old man from China was rushed to hospital after a terrifying accident in Hunan province, according to a report by People's Daily Online. A Chinese factory worker was repeatedly pierced by a 10-foot long, 30 centimeters, half-inch, 1.5 centimeter, metal spikes after a robotic arm fell on him. This one is saying a robotic arm fell on him. 6 of the rods sliced his right shoulder and chest, while 4 others pierced other parts of the body. And this is what they want to have working next to human beings? Whatever. Okay, let's see this one. Yep, looks like it really did happen. Chinese robot stabs factory worker in near fatal malfunction. Okay, so he was immediately, so the Chinese worker was repeatedly pierced. Notice they don't say stabbed, they say pierced, okay? The robot repeatedly stabbed him, by a 10-foot, half-inch metal spikes after the robotic arm fell on him. Looks like it actually did happen. He was immediately rushed to the hospital with doctors saying that one of the spikes missed an artery by 0.04 inches. It is said that the accident occurred last Tuesday when the man was working a night shift. They were relatively big, so there was no means of fitting the patient into the X-ray machine, while the nails themselves could have caused interference with the X-rays. Wu Panfeng, an associate... Oh my God, I can't with these people. These people are beyond crazy. This is what they want to have working alongside human beings. Okay? Ford making AI robot police cars. Meet the terrifying new robot cop patrolling Dubai. Are robot cops the future of efficient, bias-free policing? Robot cops and predicting crime. Dubai police plan an artificial robot, whatever. The inevitable rise of the robocops. And we TIs, and that's CNN, Washington Examiner, Forbes.com, and we're conspiracy theorists. And we are conspiracy theorists. China turns to robotic policing. Ford's robot police car is no RoboCop. Let's look at this one. No, Daily Star, not you. Robot police will replace humans in Dubai. Let's look at this. RoboCop. You think these movies were trying to tell us something when they came out? You think? Are robot cops the future of efficient, bias-free policing? The era of police hiding behind bushes and catching drivers who exceed 30 miles per hour may be coming to an end. In years, maybe decades, the young officer with a quota could be replaced by a robotic cop car. Unsympathetic excuses and invulnerable to flotation, the robot will flash its lights to pull you over. It will scan your driver's license, decide whether to issue a warning or ticket, and inform you of its decision before letting you drive off. The concept is outlined in a Ford patent filing for a self-driving cop car capable of using AI to find good hiding spots to catch violators of traffic laws. An optional human passenger could override settings that prevent the car from breaking traffic laws itself. You can continue to read that one. CNN, last year. Picture. A bleak dystopian future in which humanity is ruled by robots. Suppressed by its own creation. Not an original thought, admittedly. Pop culture is filled with examples of robots overlords and android uprisings, of artificial intelligence gone bad. But so far, few if any of these dystopias begin with ball cops. The police is about to test these waters in the mildest way possible when it introduces the first of a fleet of robots into its ranks on May 24th. Skynet? It doesn't get any worse than this. Skynet this is not, but with Dubai planning to recruit enough robots to make up 25% of its police force by 2030, it does throw up plenty of questions. Is this a novelty, a PR stunt, or a small step, a slow creep towards a RoboCop future? As robot intelligence increases and a Russian android learns to shoot, what the hell is a Russian android learns to shoot whatever? The answer is less straightforward than you think. Writer Isaac Asimov's 3 Laws of Robotics are a fictional creation with a real-world value. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come into harm. A robot must obey orders given it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Well, that's our future. And where are they testing all these things on? You want to take a guess? TTIs. Where are they testing all these things? And who are they testing it on? Because in order for them to test these things, they have to have human subjects. Who are their human subjects? Can anyone guess? Can anyone guess? You and I. Yep, I said it before. Half of your battle is AI. I said it before. I said if you have implants, you're battling swarm intelligence of people who are the perps and the traffickers. You're battling literal demons. And you are battling artificial intelligence. And these are the facts of the matter. Your human swarm intelligence to harass you and to stalk you and to slander you and to do all this shit to you. The AI that's doing it. It is the AI that's doing it. It is the AI that's doing it. Okay? All right, guys. So I wanted to share that video with you guys. I'm going to be getting off. It was nice chit-chatting with you. And I'm going to leave up the link soon for the movie night. We're going to have some fun because life is not all about this stupid program. We got to live. We got to enjoy life. We have to have fun. We have to party. We have to live and enjoy your life. Okay? So the next thing I'll do is I'll put up that YouTube video. Let's have a YouTube movie night. And I'm going to try to find a really good video for us to enjoy. Okay? Have a wonderful evening. Food for thought. Bye.